condolences are flowing in from world leaders in the wake of the horrific Sri Lanka church and hotel bombings. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu expressing deep shock and saying Israel is ready to render assistance to the authorities in Sri Lanka. That's echoing an offer earlier in the day by Israel's ambassador to India, Ron Malka, who also serves as the country's non-resident envoy to Sri Lanka. While so far no requests for anything concrete has come from Colombo, Israel has already been assisting Sri Lanka even prior to Sunday's attack. Long accustomed to large-scale and multi-terror attacks, Israel sending its United Hatzalah emergency responder organisation to the capital, Colombo, a matter of months ago to train local teams to prepare them for possible mass casualty incidents, including mega terror attacks. Local emergency teams called upon to conduct search and rescue missions and to treat the victims of Sunday's attack received that special training from Israeli first responder teams. Take a look at some of the training carried out in India and Sri Lanka in January this year. Maisel led the mission to India and Sri Lanka. He's the Vice President of Operations for United Hatzalah and joins me now. Dov, a pleasure to have you with us. I have to ask you, first of all, you trained some of these first responders 3 months ago, January this year. What were your thoughts when you first heard the news about this tragic multi-terror attack?
Well, good evening. It caught us by shock as well, and I found myself yesterday morning, early morning already, on the line with my colleagues from the Sri Lankan Health Ministry and Foreign Ministry, discussing with them over the phone what we had just planned and practiced just 3 months earlier at the beginning of January this year. It's a terrible tragedy back there.
Absolutely. Now, the team that you led trained members of the Sri Lanka military, the police force, search and rescue units and the fire department. You provided them, of course, with tools and techniques that were developed in Israel to deal with large-scale attacks. Talk us through the training.
So actually, the whole idea of the program, of the training, came in collaboration with the AJC, which funded this whole program in the U.S., bringing Israeli experience to Sri Lanka and India, helping them train. And what we did was we had a few days there, workshops, working together with the Sri Lankan Ministry of Health, hospitals, ambulance services, the military, police forces, fire department, and all other first responders, agencies, government and non-government organizations working on the ground, exactly trying to bring the unfortunate experience that we have gained here over the years in responding to mass casualty incidents, especially with the angle of terror-related incidents.
So then what did the Sri Lankan first responders not know before your training that they would have been able to implement in this situation?
So I don't think it's about not knowing. I think it's just the lack of experience in this field of response and mass casualty incident. You need a whole skill set of tools that normally the first responder does not deal with on a day-to-day basis. The way we operate and responded to a mass casualty incident requires us to operate differently, to think differently. Our triage process is different. We need to make decisions which are a bit more complicated and carry circumstances to follow. We try to provide them with skill sets for incident commanders, working in conjunction of across-the-board agencies together, creating a network of discussion in a way that helps everybody get to a better result in this incident.